Time to pull up a chair. We've got another great story for you today in the rLounge. Funny thing about people who lie with half-truths, they forget that the missing pieces have a way of showing up. Today in the rLounge, those little truth fragments suddenly line up to tell the real story. And just like that, all the carefully crafted half-truths collapse under the weight of the whole picture. Wife lied about me to her family, so I gave them the real story and divorced her. It started small. She made a joke to her family about me being stingy because they didn't want to buy some random decoration she liked at the store. Later, I saw a message from her mom teasing her about how cheap I was. I hadn't even said no to buying it. I just said maybe next week. That's when I realized she was telling them things that weren't true, or at least bending them so she looked better. A few days later, she posted something on her story implying I forgot to pick something up for her. The funny thing is, I had already done it that morning. I noticed she cropped the photo in the way that hid the bag I brought her. I didn't think much of it then, but it was starting to feel like she wanted people to think I was lazy or careless. Her cousin messaged me out of nowhere saying I should be nicer. That one stopped me. I didn't even know what she was talking about, but I had a feeling of where it came from. I asked her about it later, and she just shrugged it off and said, "People take jokes too seriously." Later, when she left her tablet open one evening, I saw her family group chat. I wasn't snooping at first. I just noticed my name on the screen when I went to plug it in. She was telling them that I was controlling and kept tabs on her. That one made my stomach turn because she's the one who asked me to share locations with her last year after losing her phone at a restaurant. She even said it made her feel safe. I took screenshots quietly. Then came the part where she started saying I never helped around the house. That's funny because I was doing most of it. I didn't argue with her about it, but I had a sensor system that recorded motion in the kitchen and laundry area. Petty, maybe, but the data doesn't lie. I took screenshots from the app showing timestamps of me doing all the cleaning when she said I was sitting around. That went into the receipts folder too. One weekend, she said she was having a girls' night. Totally fine by me. The next day, I saw an Uber receipt come through our shared email account with 2 drop-offs. The last address wasn't anyone I knew. It came up again 2 weeks later. Same address, same late-night time frame. I didn't accuse her right away. I just saved it. Eventually, curiosity got the best of me. I drove by the place once. When I parked nearby, I saw her favorite hoodie hanging off a balcony railing. Not proof by itself, but it said enough. She later told her family that I wouldn't let her visit her grandma, which was another straight-up lie. I had literally offered a driver and told her to tell me when. I had those texts saved too. Every time she twisted something, I made sure the truth was sitting quietly in my files. One night, I checked the router connection logs because the internet was lagging. I saw a new device showing up repeatedly around midnight, a phone that wasn't ours. I took photos of the admin page. More receipts. The pattern was clear. Every time she said she was at a friend's place, the device connected. A few days later, I saw an airdrop pop up on my phone from a name I didn't recognize. When I looked up, she snatched her phone fast and said it was just a spam. Sure it was. I didn't even argue, just noted the name. Same name as the Uber drop-off contact later. Her storytelling escalated. She told her family I was emotionally distant and that she had to walk on eggshells. In reality, I was tired of being lied about and stopped engaging in arguments. That's not walking on eggshells. That's called peace and quiet. But she spun it into me being cold. I saw a half screenshot she sent them where she cropped her own nasty messages out and left only mine saying, "I'm done talking." It looked bad out of context, but I had the full version saved. Around then, I started assembling everything. I had screenshots, timestamps, text threads, app logs, and photos. I wasn't planning to use it for anything at that point. The folder grew bigger every week. When she started staying out late again, I decided to test her claims of late yoga sessions. I placed a Bluetooth tracker in her car key bowl. I didn't hide it on her car or anything like that. I just wanted to see if she was where she said she was. And sure enough, every yoga night ended up parked at the same apartment complex, the one with the balcony hoodie. Then, I saw a group chat message from her cousin pop up on my notifications before she could delete it. They were all joking about me flipping out when she came home late. For context, my only text that night was, "Let me know you're safe." That's it. She told them I screamed at her. By that point, she was completely rewriting who I was to her family. Her cousin started posting memes about toxic men, and people who used to be neutral toward me stopped liking or commenting on anything I posted. It's wild how one person's story can poison an entire group. I created a document called What Actually Happened. I lined up screenshots, photos, and receipts in chronological order, labeling them as if I was archiving evidence. There were sections like location versus claim, conversations and edited, and shared access proof. It looked ridiculous, but it was clean. I made sure every image had timestamps visible. Around this time, she blocked me from the family group chat altogether. She said it was too toxic. I had barely said 2 words in it for months. That's when I realized she was preparing them to take her side in case things blew up. So I started preparing that too. When she went out one weekend, I noticed her friend's story showed her in a selfie at the same apartment building again. In the reflection behind her, I saw a man's arm wearing a watch I'd seen before. Same one from the balcony photo. I zoomed in, screenshot, labeled it as Exhibit D. I caught a bigger break later when I found her chat backup still synced on the tablet. She'd forgotten to log out. I wasn't planning to snoop, but once I saw my name in a message preview, I went in. The messages were between her and her friend, mocking me, calling me Plan B. They literally said that. Her lies got bolder. She told her family she might leave because I was unsafe emotionally. I didn't even know what that meant. I hadn't raised my voice once. I hadn't even confronted her with the evidence yet. She wanted the sympathy points lined up before I made a move. Fine. I had something better. Timestamps. I built a short highlight video scrolling through everything. Screen recordings of texts, photos, location data, and the cropped screenshots she sent her family. No edits, no fancy music, just scrolling with my phone, clock visible in the corner. It was boring, but real. A few days later, she stayed out again. Her friend posted another photo, same background, same balcony. This time, she was wearing his hoodie. I compared the fabric pattern to an earlier selfie of hers. Same one. It was like she wasn't even trying to hide it anymore. She started accusing me of snooping. I told her straight up that I was done being lied to, and yes, I checked things. I didn't add anything else. She expected me to defend myself or apologize. I didn't. At that point, I already knew I was leaving. I wasn't going to fight for someone who spent months lying about me to everyone around her. So I started preparing my exit in silence. I backed up what I needed, changed my passwords, and moved some personal items to a safe spot. I didn't tell her a word. When she posted a soft launch picture of a guy with his face half cropped, wearing that same watch, it confirmed everything. I didn't need explanations. I sent her one message. I'm out. Nothing more. I packed while she was out again. Before I walked out for good, I uploaded the full receipts folder to the cloud and made 2 copies. One for myself and one for her family. I didn't add commentary or captions, just labeled everything clearly so they could see what actually happened. Then I sent her a message with a link. This is the truth you edited. I sent the same link to her family group chat, since I was blocked there, using the cousin's contact. The message said, here's what actually happened, start to finish. Watch the screen recording. The reaction came fast. My phone blew up with messages from her. Angry, panicked, and all over the place. You're humiliating me. You're making me look bad. You didn't have to involve them. I didn't respond to a single one. She wanted to tell her version to them? Fine. They could watch mine too. When the notifications stopped, I signed out of everything we shared, deleted old joint accounts, and shut down the location sharing completely. I didn't announce the divorce, didn't post anything about it. I just filed the paperwork quietly and kept my proof in a separate drive. The entire mess was over, at least on my end. Update 1. It didn't take long for the silence to start. Within a few days of sending that folder, her aunt left the group chat. Then her cousin quietly deleted the meme she posted about toxic men. No one said anything directly to me. No apologies, no explanations, just digital cleanup. The kind that happens when people realize they backed the wrong person. She tried damage control immediately, claimed I edited screenshots, said I must have hacked her account, and that everything I posted was fabricated. I don't think she expected that I had made a screen recording of the entire process. The video showed me scrolling through the messages live, with the phone's clock visible. It wasn't fancy, but it was real. I just uploaded that clip into the same shared folder and renamed it Verification. Anyone who wanted to see could watch it. The guy she'd been seeing started scrubbing his posts too. The balcony selfie disappeared. The post with the cropped face got archived. They both went quiet online, but not before a few of her friends started unfollowing her. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet and slow, one by one. The kind of silence that says, yeah, we saw it. She sent me a message saying, I destroyed her relationship with her family. I sent one reply. Didn't destroy anything, just showed them what you said. That was the last thing I ever texted her. She kept sending long messages after that, but I stopped reading them. Her brother, who used to be loud about defending her, suddenly went offline too. No more angry posts or stories. That told me enough. People don't go silent when they think you're lying. They go silent when they realize they've been fed lies. Fast forward a bit, her friend group went quiet too. No more tags and photos, no more comment spam under her posts. A few of them even turned their own pages private. The guy she was seeing didn't post for a while, and then when he did, it was just random quotes about trust. It's funny how people who lie always end up hiding behind vague quotes about lessons learned. People started realizing how much of what she said contradicted itself. Every time she posted something about being strong through lies, someone from her side would quietly unlike it after checking the folder. The shift was slow but steady. Her cousin, the same one who told me to be nicer months ago, sent me a short message. It just said, "I get it now." One of her friends who was deep in the drama suddenly unfollowed her and removed all her old tagged photos together. I started hearing through the grapevine that the family group chat split into two. Half stayed in the main one and the rest made a smaller one without her. I wasn't involved in either, but word got around. The people who had been defending her hardest were suddenly taking a break from family drama. She also started changing her story depending on who she talked to. Some people heard I was emotionally abusive, others heard I was cheating first. Her friend who used to hype her up on every post suddenly stopped replying. Even her mom went quiet on social media. She did try reaching out again later, asking me to talk. I sent one reply, "No." She sent another wall of text after that saying I was cold and heartless. Sure, I can live with that. I heard through someone that the guy ghosted her for a week. She posted one of those vague stories like, "You can't heal in the place that broke you." I rolled my eyes and kept scrolling. She went quiet for a while, then came back online with the same recycled lines about healing and reclaiming peace. A couple of days later, she tried to paint herself as the victim again, saying I had monitored her. So, for the last time, I added the screen recording of her turning on the shared location feature of herself, plus the old text where she said, "Thank you for being patient with me." I put it right at the top of the folder. I didn't even send it to anyone new this time. I knew it would get shared anyway. From there, everything went quiet. She didn't delete her accounts, but the engagement was gone. No one was responding the way they used to. No more jokes, no more queen comments, no more sympathy posts, just silence. I updated the folder one last time with an index page so people could easily find everything. Messages, photos, receipts, even the timeline. I kept it neat and short. No commentary, no insults. I titled it Context. That word alone said everything. She tried one more time to get my attention by posting an old picture of us, tagging me in it too. I just removed the tag. Not angry, just done. She followed it up with another story captioned, "Some people never change." She's right. I haven't changed. I'm still the same person she lied about. Only now everyone knows who actually told the truth. After that, there was nothing left to explain. The people who mattered already saw everything, and the people who didn't wouldn't have cared anyway. If she ever decides to rewrite history again, the receipts are still sitting there, time-stamped, organized, and impossible to argue with. She built her entire identity around being the wronged girlfriend and then had the nerve to say you destroyed her relationship with her family. No, she did that herself the moment she started lying. Twisting texts, cropping photos, spinning stories. None of that's accidental. That's calculated. She needed everyone to see you as the villain so no one would notice what she was really doing. She wanted to make you look unstable while she played innocent. But in the end, her own lies caved in on her. And now she's calling you cold? Please. That's just what manipulators say when the manipulation stops working. Has someone ever tried to make you look bad to others? What happened? Tell your story in the comments below. And thank you for joining us today in the rLounge. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time. And please put your chair back where you found it.